Hello and welcome to the mid-morning show, the greatest show in town on your darling station, the BCOS television. My name is Tosin Omolaja, welcoming you warmly to another mind-blowing episode of the mid-morning show. You know that I don't write solo on Fridays. And guess what? We have someone special in the building today. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
For you. Why must you say young? What is young?
Well, that's not how you said it.
We have been trying to touch you up. You are saying young.
Is
that how they taught you in school? Oh, you are young. I'm not on your name.
Continue.
Okay, like I said, we have someone special in the studio today that you will learn a great deal from. She's a woman, and I'm proud to say that she's the correct woman. When Motora starts reeling out her profile, you know why I said she is a correct woman, right? So you don't want to go anywhere. You just stay tuned and relax and enjoy what we have for you today on the show.
So say on farming and 5 and 6.
I also when they say you found success, it's good.
Farming things.
Yeah.
All right. My name is Motora Salam. Thank you so much for joining us again on the biggest show in town, the mid-morning show. Yes, without much ado, our guest is already here seated. When you hear Benufo.
You see when I said to be correct woman.
I guess this morning is OLORI.PRODUCTIONS. ADEDEJI. I can go on and on and on, but then let me make it as short as possible. She is a philanthropist who caters to the less privileged, the youth, the orphans, and the widows. And incidentally, she is also an actress as well as a movie producer. Thank you so much for joining us on the program, Olori.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Yes, thank you.
And like she said, it's good to farm success. I must say that you are a great woman, correct one at that.
Thank you very much for the compliment.
She just, touched on some of the things that you do, but I want to start from the beginning, the ones that you
in the beginning
or the Berepepe. Mrs. or Olori.PRODUCTIONS, ADEDEJI, popularly known as OLORI.PRODUCTIONS, right?
Correct.
You actually left that boring business to move into movie production. But let's start from the scratch. Let's start from the bottom. How did you get into that business?
Oh, thank you so much for the questioning. Yes, I'm a very busy woman, and I like to explore. So when I started Shiloh Airport, we call it Shiloh.
Okay.
In the Bible, the same Bible name. I ran that business for almost 20 years in Toronto, Canada, before moving to Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I continued on. It was a very interesting time, interesting years, and I really enjoy the industry. But just like everything else, once you are into a particular business for a while, you start feeling, can I do more?
Okay.
Let me try something new. I wasn't tired, actually, but I just want to explore more. I'm the type that, I want to try new things. I've done that for a very long time, and, I get bored easily. And I went into, more of creativity. Everything about me is creative work, and I've never left creative industry.
Okay.
So, that's...
Of all the places you could have moved to,
yes.
Why did you choose movie production?
Thank you. I actually went back to university.
Okay.
I was already a mother of 5. And
Okay, I'm adjusting my face to take in the information.
Yes.
Right?
So, meanwhile, before going back to university, even with the hair salon business, I went to school of cosmetology school. That was in the early 90s.
Okay.
Anything I do, I must train for it.
Okay.
I don't jump into it. I must know it very well. So anyway, moving along into why movie production is my getting into university as a teacher.
Okay.
I went into Faculty of Education at the University of Calgary. But before, with university, with education, you have to have a major. With the major, I wanted something interesting, something something spontaneous, something that can bring out more of my creativity.
Okay.
And that's where I picked School of Creative and Performing Arts.
Okay.
So I did 4 years of that, even as a mother. And after the 4 years, I went into education for another 2 years. And that's when I started teaching high school drama.
Okay.
And that was quite interesting because I was able to even go into more of my creative flair, my passion, because I don't just act on a stage. We do, costuming, props. We actually build props, mask making, prosthetics, and everything about artistic work.
Now, before we talk about how it was, challenges that you faced as a mother of 5, going to school, running a course of 4 years, did you eventually totally leave your hairstyling business?
Initially, I did not. I was actually running both together.
Okay.
I will have helpers, and my weekends I will still be hands-on at my shop.
Okay.
So I would leave school and go right back to my business.
Now, how was, doing all of that with running the home? Your kids, you had 5.
More so in an environment where you were strictly on your own, unlike back home here where you had social support in the place of family.
Very true. But I thank God for a wonderful partner. My husband was quite supportive of everything I do. It was there for me. And I was also lucky to have my mother. I brought my mother from Nigeria to Canada.
Yeah, I was thinking that you're all by yourself.
I know, I purposely left that till later. Yeah, I left it out, So God has been really faithful. So yeah, she was with me and, helping, out. Of course, my presence is still very much, needed and important because, I'm quite close to my children. So I do my best, I prepare myself. So having set deadlines and plan is very, very crucial. And I still go for students' activities. I'm kind of like a soccer mom. So I take them to sports and you still see me sharing. And right after, I run back to my business. So I was running a lot. It takes a lot of energy. Is it challenging? Yes. It was challenging. But when you know that you're passionate about something, when you are passionate about something, you just keep doing it and you will not know, you will not feel the pressure. But there was pressure. I'm just resilient, I'm quite...
Pressure from the home front or from the school or from your business?
Everything, everywhere. It's just generally meeting deadlines. That was very hard. And I was able to do it successfully. It wasn't easy.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned 5 kids, but I think I have 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when did the last show up?
My 4th year
in
the university was when it popped. And I was... Did I say pop?
You just did. I was wondering.
We have a strong woman, correct one. She didn't work.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Was it really? Okay, just woke up and you met him.
Yeah, I don't even know how it happened.
And how was that journey?
Yeah, that was a scary time because in 2012, I lost my mother. She left Canada to come back to Nigeria within a year. She fell, and I was scared when I found out that I got pregnant. I was like, oh my goodness, my strength, my help is no more. How am I going to cope? How am I going to do it? But somebody was saying, relax, I've got you covered. So that's when, you know, my children stepped in, my husband stepped in, everybody was just doing what they can to keep up the support. You know, as we always say, train up your children so that they can give you rest. So I thank God for that training.
Right, we'll be taking a break now. Don't go away. Still the mid-morning show and Olori Adedeji still very much here. Stay with us.
Tí mo roko bí mo rodo ọkọ mi wà lọ́dọ̀ àkàrà yá yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bẹ́ẹ̀ rúdù tèmi rèé wo iṣẹ́ bí èèyàn bá mọ̀ sí ó yẹ kí èèyàn ti pamọ́ ni. jẹ́ mi má kà rí ìmọ̀ bí ṣe ń ṣe ìfẹ́ lè jẹun lé ọ̀dà àmọ́ pàdé ọ̀dọ́.
Nígbà kàrà láìsí ọ̀dá ilé tí ẹgbà
ẹ̀yin náà lọ́rọ̀ búkú lẹ́nu báyìí
ó ti yé mi náà.
yàwá o àtọ́ máa kà ọmọ àkà tó bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́kẹ́ wà máa rún ni. Àtàkà tẹ́sí náà lẹ́wọ̀ láti pariwo.
Àkàmúlì kan náà ní wíkẹ́ náà wó náà.
Ẹ wà lè rábùrò yín àkàmúlì kan náà tó rà.
Rábùrò mi torí kí ni a ṣe ajẹ́ bá òun.
Ọmọ bá jíjẹ kọ́ ọ bá lọ
jíjẹ lójú ọ̀nà
kọ́sọ̀. Ó tún fi kúnlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ dàkà rí.
Ìyá alákà ọ̀yẹ́ fún lága bẹ́tà láìfù.
Èmi yóò tún mọ̀ fún bẹ́tà. Ẹ ní sùúrù láíláí àfà. Ẹ lè sẹ́mọ́ lọ́yẹ́. Ṣé mo jẹ́jẹ́? Mo ń ṣe wọ́n jẹ́jẹ́ náà ní lè gbọ́ ni. Ẹ dúró báyìí. Ẹ dúró báyìí.
Bẹ́tà láìfù.
Èyí ó ti mọ̀ kò ní sùúrù. Èyí ò gbọ́dọ̀ mọ́ra pọ̀. Èyí ò gbọ́dọ̀ mọ́ra. Kọ́sọ́mà mi ni wọ́n. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àkáyé máa dùn ọkọ̀ rẹ̀. Ẹ mẹ́ta o.
Ẹ fún mi búrẹ́dì kan àtàkà wàsó.
Ẹbí yín kọ́ ẹ sásùn ẹ̀yìn torí páànù ni o.
Bá mo ga tó ẹsìn ni mo sọ̀rọ̀ ìwọ ló tún gbó lọ.
Ọkùnrin ni yín tí èèyàn máa ń bú.
Ẹ wo tó bá di lálẹ́ mọ́ owó bí kọ́kọ́ mú ọ̀rẹ́ àti pátá yóò mọ̀ jí owó mú o.
Ọlọ́run bá yìí ló kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ń bá mi ló kọjá. Ẹbí yín ẹ̀rọ yín tẹ́lẹ̀ ni. Ẹbí yín ti kọ̀. Ọlọ́run ti tẹ ẹgbẹ́ ti ní sínú tẹ́lẹ̀ ni.
Ẹ fẹ́ mi búrẹ́dì o. Ọwọ́ rẹ̀ ni ẹni ó fi fún mi ní búrẹ́dì.
Òfurú ìfún yín. Ẹni jà sì tẹ́lẹ̀ ni. Ara ìbú ìpọ̀. Ẹ̀ẹ́dúró gba chéǹjì yín.
Ẹ bá mú chéǹjì mi.
Àfà, ó ti dá o. Mo mọ̀ pé kí ẹ̀yin tẹ wá sí náà lẹ́wọ̀n ẹ̀sìn ọlọ́wọ́ ti mú yìí. Kí mo máa ń fa kún? Mo máa ń lọ lọ́wọ́.
Èmi náà fọ́ ní àlọ́bì lọ́wọ́.
Àwọn sáré dáná bí wọ́n.
Àní nínú fọ́ ní àlọ́bì lọ́wọ́.
Àmọ́ lọ.
Kọ́lá ìbò mo tún fọ́ ní Jésù lọ́wọ́. Ọ̀pọ̀ ní sọ̀gbọ́n lọ́wọ́.
Àwọn ò dájà rẹ̀. Mo lọ lánàá, wọ́n ní mo pẹ́ débẹ̀. Mo tún lọ lẹ́nu. Can you believe pé wọ́n tún ní mo pẹ́? Kí ló dé?
Àníjẹ́ oṣù wa náà ni.
Ó ti ń sọ èmi. Kí ló dé? Báwo lè ń ṣe ṣòrí tó ẹ pé tèmi bá débẹ̀ báyìí ìsírà kan sọ pé àwọn ti mú àwọn tán fẹ́ mú torí pé mo pẹ́. Kò sí bí mo ṣe lè tètè jí débẹ̀ tó.
Ẹ wo, a túbọ̀ kún fún àwẹ̀ àti àdúrà.
À ń gbàdúrà náà.
Mo kò ń pọ̀ jù.
Ó dà ọ́, mo gbọ́ tiẹ̀ o.
Ó dà náà, kí wá ní jíjẹ báyìí?
Anything tó bá wà lẹ́nu torí mo ti rìnrìn ebi ń pa. Ebi ń pa. Sọ́nà bàbá òsì.
Màá ní káwọn wá fún yín ní ẹ̀kọ́.
Ẹ̀kọ́ náà ni, ẹ̀kọ́ àdàkàrà ni.
Mélòó?
Mẹ́ta.
Ọmọdé yìí. Bá mú àkàrà àti ẹ̀kọ́. Mẹ́ta. Ẹ̀kọ́ mẹ́ta ti dá.
Àdàkàrà púpọ̀.
Kí n kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mẹ́ta náà sí. Ṣé kí akọ yóò gbọ̀n?
You're welcome back. It's still the morning show, and we still have in the studio OLORI.PRODUCTIONS ADEDEJI, aka OLORI.Productions. Now, one would expect that you just be Mrs. Where is the Olori coming from? The Olori that you know is a wife of a Kadis in a beautiful palace.
Yeah, man.
You want to say, oh Lord, this is our guest today. I just busting my brain. Anyway, so how did the Olori come by? And then people know you as OLORI.Productions. How did that name come by?
Oh, well, I'm a princess from the royal family.
Okay.
But I didn't come.
Okay.
Láti ìlú Ẹ̀gbá. Yes, yes, power. Really. And my husband is also from the royal family, so that's where I came up with the title. Exactly. And I went into, I got popular with that Olori that I decided to use it for my production name as well.
No. So give us an insight into the background you're from.
Okay. Well, I'm from Egba, Alaki, Omadinekon, Araki Maju, Omaju Beru, Maju Peko. Everyone sing Eko singing. Èmi lọ́mọ òṣìlẹ̀kùn palẹ̀kùndé. Ọmọ onílé orí òkè nídìílé ìyá Èkìtì ni màmá tó bí lọ́mọ ti wá.
You don't have money to spread it.
No, it's illegal to spray money.
It's not illegal.
Okay, so I mean, going with your hair salon business in Canada, yes. I can bet that it's a very lucrative one, because we've heard of people in that line and they make so much money, the hair making business. But the movie production kind of thing, the Nollywood, I would want to say a foreign land, how has it been for you? Do you have viewers? Do you have people who appreciate what you do?
A lot of people do appreciate the work, and funny enough, they actually know the intensity, they know the workload that comes with it. But in time, it's quite challenging a little bit, because it's a foreign land and everybody have their hands into many things. Some people love the camera and they will come and say, call me if you're shooting anything. But when the time comes, they might be engaged either with school or work or family or business or whatever, that they cannot keep up. It's not like Nigeria.
So you have hands on.
Hands on. The crowd is here and everything. But yeah, the support is there. People that know me from the beginning, from being a salon owner to moving to teaching and then moving industry, they're like, oh wow, they like the zeal, they like the daring spirit, to go into new things. And for that reason, they're interested, they want to see. So I've done quite a few screenings, for example, in 2016, right after I launched my theater company, I did a production, Mrs. Love, and many of the university students came on set, and it was quite fun. It was fantastic.
Now, Mrs. Love was done in English.
Yes.
What are you trying to try something new? Are you thinking of trying something new, thereby pushing the Nigerian language, especially Yoruba?
Absolutely. Right after that, everything I've done is been Yoruba.
Okay, even June 12th?
June 12th is 60% English and 40% Yoruba. So it was a mix. But that was shot in Nigeria. The challenges of getting people committed for a longer period of time moved me into coming to Nigeria. And, I found it easier in that aspect.
How about Yalakara?
Yalakara was shot also in Nigeria, and it's on YouTube actually. So, but people are calling for more production in Canada because yes, our tourism and arts and tourism really want us to do more because of diversity and just coming together to do something with our youth in the community.
Comparing production in Canada
Nigeria?
With Nigeria, which is easier? And
no, don't worry, we are not scared. I'm out to know this game.
Well, it's 50-50.
Okay.
There are some aspects that is easier in Canada. There are some that is easier in Nigeria. getting the people together to work, to, you know, just have different, several work. I'm looking for the proper adjective. Having to distribute work. Okay. Somebody is a generator man, bus man, okay. Lighting. This, no. You can see people do multiple things in Canada because you just don't have that many people to commit for a long time to do the work. So there are aspects that is good in Nigeria, there are aspects that is good from Canada. So
you're just trying to you're just trying to
yes, I'm trying to be safe.
I like that. Sensible man. How old is OLORI.PRODUCTIONS?
Legally, because we've been around for 10 years.
Okay.
You know, right from university, I've been doing stage performances. So I've been existing since that time. But officially launched in 2016, June 25th, 2016.
4 years ago?
Yeah, 4 years ago.
What took you that long?
Stage performances. I was just doing stages. I think the moment we get into movie production, then we have to come out more. Okay. That's when we started documenting things, because, you know, once you produce, you have to have it online, you have to promote it, you have to have your trailers out and all that. Compared to stage performances that, you know, we go to events, we do university, or you get casted into plays out there for festivals and things like that. So it's quite different, you know. With stage, it's right there. Then you perform. People, you have your audience right there. But with camera, it's something that you show much later.
Which is easier for you, stage or production? Stage performance or movie production, which is easier for you?
In terms of preparation, stage performances is more tedious. Okay. And there's no room for correction once you're on stage. Even if you have your script, you're missing a line, you have to find a way to fall back on track because of your audience. Your audience, and your audience cannot even know that you're making mistakes. You can't even show it. So you just go with the flow. You pick up and then you keep going. Whereas with camera, you can cut, retake, right? And you don't necessarily have a longer period to prepare for it, right? Like the stage performance. There's a lot involved in staging. You know, you're building the set and all those things. It takes quite a longer time. Yeah.
Okay. Talking about movie productions, where do you get your inspiration from? Remember that you would want to write a script that doesn't look like what others have written, what had been produced earlier. You don't want to near it. So how do you get inspiration to write your script?
I love life lessons. You don't
life lessons.
Life lessons. I don't want anything cosmetic, anything artificial. I have inspiration for, okay, what exactly do I want my audience to take out of this production? So that's my number one goal. And there are times things will happen, or things have happened, that I will remember and say, these people need to see. So that's why most of my movies, you notice that you have to, it's a life lesson. It's something, I like reality more than fiction. Of course, sometimes you want to bring in the fiction and all that, but it's very important to be as real as possible, to be relatable. I want it to be relatable to my life and your life, my audience life.
We'll take another break now. It's still the mid-morning show. Do stay with us.
Má dá wọn lóhùn ọkọ mi. Mi mọ́ lájorí kúnkún òsì tẹ́ǹkù.
Àní o má dá wọn lóhùn.
Ẹ bá wọn dín káàsì.
Olùsì, ìkà mú wáyé wá jẹ, kí n jẹ́ kí n kú.
ojú má jẹ pa ẹ o.
Olè ibi lọ wá. Olè. Ẹyin lẹ́bi. Olè.
Tábà jẹ́ kí n tún gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu yín bẹ́ẹ̀. Tí n bá wà ní orí yín apá wa. Ẹyin lẹ́bọ̀ lè. Ọmọ olè tẹ́bí. Ojúmọ́ lọmọ yín ma. Ẹbí lè ibi tó ti rí búrẹ́dì ọ̀wẹ́.
Ń gbọ́. Ń bọ̀ lọ ti rí búrẹ́dì.
Bọ́lọ̀ ti rí.
Bèbí mi.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí ẹ jí abẹ́ rà.
Olùsí. Nígbà tí
kí ni?
olùgbò.
Ọlọ́júwọ̀ kò ibo ni olè ní ẹ́. Ọmọ àlè. Lójúmọ́ ayé. Lọ́mọ yín máa ń wá sí ṣọ́ọ̀bù mi. Àwọn ají búrẹ́dì. Lójúmọ́ ó ti jí kan jẹrin. Ó ti kan jẹfà. Ẹ wo mama. Olókòròkò. Olódòrodò. Ọmọ tí yóò rí bí kankan lọ. N tún máa ṣe fọmọkùnrin ilé ni.
Ẹ má jẹ kálá àdúgbò.
Owó mi ní ká sọ fún mi. Èló ni owó búrẹ́dì mi. Ọ̀pọ̀. Mi ì lè kà tán mi ò mọ́jọ́ tó ti ń jí búrẹ́dì mi. Mo lè máa gbowó mi lẹ́nu kí n tó kó mi. Máa gbowó mi o.
Ó da ẹgbà. Ó ju owó búrẹ́dì.
Ó
ju owó búrẹ́dì mi.
Bálọ̀ sọ fún ẹ̀ kó ju owó búrẹ́dì mi lọ. Ọmọjọ́ tó ti ń jí búrẹ́dì mi ni. Wà á bẹ̀ mí pé kí n gba 500 mi. Ó lè wá sọ fún kó ju owó búrẹ́dì mi lọ. Iye olè. Wọ́n kò gbá torí Ọlọ́run. Wá gbọ́ ojú tiẹ̀. Tó dàbí ojú Chinese. Gbogbo ọjọ́ ayé ni máa ń ka búrẹ́dì mi sí òkè pé aṣẹ́wọ̀ ló tiẹ̀ máa ń jí. Ní ọjọ́ tí mo bá tún fi ojú mi méjèèjì tí n bá tún fi rí ẹ ní agbègbè mi.
Ẹ dákun ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Mo ìwọ àti yẹ ọ̀ràn lẹ́rí. Bí ojú wú ti tó yá wà. Olè ọmọ jàgùdà. Olè. Nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ẹgbẹ́ ẹnu sẹ́wọ̀n. Máa ń bọ̀ mí lọ́rùn jújẹ́ ní àdúgbò yìí o. Ọ̀gá lọ́kàn. Ẹ wá wọlé ìpínlẹ̀ ẹ̀dá dúró sí òsì. Ẹ lọ sí ìpínlẹ̀ rẹ̀. Àwọ̀ ìlára báyìí. Àyìn àwọn olólọ́dọ̀ àwọn olótọ́lẹ̀ ni.
Ọ̀dà bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ jẹ́gbẹ̀ tó ń jẹ́.
Kó o ṣọ́ ara ẹ gidi.
Ẹ mọ̀ gbin bẹ́ẹ̀ ti gbin tẹ́ni rí gbẹ̀yà nù lórí bu ọmọ ẹ̀. Ẹ lómi.
Mélòó lẹ fẹ́ mu?
Ó ṣe mú mẹ́ta wá kí n jẹ mi.
Aláìlérò ni.
Wọ́n ní ẹ̀mú àlọ́ ara wọn.
Ọ̀rọ̀ mọ́gà gbóra. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni náà ti bẹ́ẹ̀ tán rẹ̀.
Ọ̀gá ọ̀lẹ̀ fẹ́ tẹ̀lẹ̀. Kí ṣe ń sọ̀hún? Ó ní wọ̀lì. Wọ́lá rẹ̀ dáadáa yìí.
Olórí mú sọ́wọ́ sọ́wọ́ lọ́bì ni.
Ṣé mọ́tò tága tún ni? Sórí yí bá èkéèdì dùn ní. Tá ń pè yín sáájú sáájú.
Wọ́n padà lọ ní òkú ti ṣe freedom. Òkú bàkà kankan ní tẹ́lẹ̀ náà. Lọ́dún wọn náà kò rọ̀ rárá. Irọ́ ti dà. Ẹ wo mama kò tí ẹ wò mí jẹ mọ́ ẹ fílẹ̀ ẹ máa mú lọ.
Lára o mi ò kì í gbà lọ́wọ́ èèyàn mo máa ń fún yàn ni.
Ẹ wo èmi bùn yín.
Ìyá wa orí àárọ̀ orí ọ̀sán ló mọ́ fi kankan wà orí talẹ́lẹ́ ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ àgbọ̀nsẹ̀ rẹ̀ làwọn àwọn fún wa ní ọ̀rọ̀ ni ẹ̀.
Wọ́n bí.
Ṣó ìjà wèrè ta ló gúnyán fún atọ́nítọ́bẹ̀ òṣòro.
Olúwa ni. Olúwa ló gún iyán fún tónítọ́bẹ̀ òṣòro. Òun náà ló sì sọ pé àyà yóò pa àwọn àlejò wọ́n fi ìbẹ̀rù bojo fájáde débi kọ̀lọ̀fín wọn. Àṣẹ gùn.
Obìnrin làgbà, obìnrin láyé. Obìnrin làgbà, obìnrin láyé.
Mo kí yín olórí o, gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ mo kí yín o. Ẹjọ́ ìyálákàrà ni mo fẹ́ fi sùn nínú ìpàdé. Gbogbo wa la mọ̀ wípé májẹ̀mú tiẹ̀ ni wípé ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ti ràn lọ́wọ́ ó ti gba ògo ẹ̀. Ṣé ó wá yẹ kí ó wá ran ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n tèmi lọ́wọ́ débi pé a gba ògo ẹ̀? Ẹ̀bẹ̀ tí mo wá bẹ̀ gbogbo ilé ni pé ẹ bá mi bẹ̀ ògo ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tó gbà kó dá padà. Obìnrin làgbà, obìnrin láyé.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀ wípé èmi máa ń ràn yàn lọ́wọ́ ni má sì gba kádàrá rẹ̀. Báwo lèmi ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ wípé ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n èèyàn ló wá síwájú mi? Ṣé wọ́n kọ́ sí ní iwájú orí ni? Àti kí ni mo wá fi jẹ̀bi? Kò sẹ́bi ń bẹ rárá. Gbogbo ara mọ̀ pé májẹ̀mú iṣẹ́ ìyá alákàrà ni. Nígbà ọmọ sì ti wá kò kúkú dáàmú àbọ̀dàmọ̀ ni.
Kò dáàmú.
Bó bá wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti gbànú o.
àṣẹ sì ti gùn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni,
àṣẹ gùn.
It's still the mid-morning show, and we're still having the studio OLORI.PRODUCTIONS at ADEDEJI OLORI.PRODUCTIONS, and I hope you've been enjoying the session. She's still very much in the studio, and then to tell us why she also decided the education part, teaching. Not everybody wants to teach. She did, or she's still teaching. Why did you decide to also teach? It's okay that acting or the creative department is your passion. Is teaching also part of your passion?
Considering the fact that teaching actually seems tedious, you need to have a lot of patience. Are you that patient to
High
be a
school,
teacher?
but I'm not the
Are you that patient to be a teacher?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I guess number one is the mother instinct, right? It sets in right away. And another revelation, my mother was a teacher. She retired, so I don't know why, probably somewhere in the blood. Mind you, when I was young, I vouched that I would never teach. I would tell her, Mom, me, I would never be a teacher. But I just have that knowledge. And being in abroad, I noticed that a lot of black kids need our mother, people that understand the culture, their background, to relate with them, which they lack in a foreign
country
teachers.
Okay.
In a foreign country.
Now, how has it been relating with black kids?
It's been really good. They need more of their own. If I'm allowed to, use that word, they need more of their figure, more of an understanding, the background. Even though they're born in Canada, they come from parents that are born in elsewhere in Africa or wherever, Caribbean, you name it. So we need to be out there to help. There's a lot of issues, that they go through, peer pressure, change of environment for their parents, which is passed down onto them, So it's really to help, and I really like it.
Now, your interest in orphans and widows, where did that come from?
Compassion. Again, you see me sitting down, I'll be meditating. Which areas do we have the most issues? When somebody when the breadwinner is gone for the widows, and they're left to face their offspring all by themselves.
How are you able to empathize with them? Because you cannot really say what they're feeling because you probably have not been there before. So it might be difficult to really know what they're going through.
Understand.
I do. My mother was a widow at a very young age.
Okay.
She had 5 of us, and my father passed away about 40 years ago. We were young, and she worked very, very hard. She's such an hero, or shiro, if you want to say, just taking care of us. I watched her, go for a teaching career, come back to a business. That's where I got all those things from. So I've watched her multitask, and she never had to rely on anybody to feed us. So I think those are the underlying things that was driving me to do what I do. I saw her struggle, but in a good way. She didn't really, it's not struggle hard. She was hardworking, and she made money, and she fed her children. So I believe in hard work and return. So those are the factors. So even though I didn't personally felt it, but I saw her struggle as a widow.
Now you remember you said you vowed not to be a teacher. You told your mom that. I hope none of the kids are saying, Mom, I'm not gonna go into movie production. I don't want to be an actor.
No, actually, funny enough, already my girls are like, Mom, I'm doing drama. I'm taking drama. I say, really? They actually got the inspiration from me too. They love what I do. And because I do it with energy too, I'm smiling and all that. So that Mom is having fun. I want to have fun like Mom. So I want to be a movie star. Or I want to be, no, seriously, they love what I do. And, and I know already some of them are thinking we're going to that route.
Now, tell me about your love.
Let me actually guess. Before we leave the teacher issue, why you vowed not to be a teacher? Because your mom taught in Nigeria, right?
Yes.
And then you felt it was more lucrative teaching in the abroad. That was why you did it.
My mom would scream. She was always very loud. And I said, if this is what you go through, I'm not going to do it. She will scream and you can hear her at the other end of the hall. And she was tough, disciplined,
Aren't all African moms like that?
I guess.
Are you like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you sure?
A little bit.
You don't look tough.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I am. You don't want to see me in action.
Oh, well, if I see you in action, maybe you're just acting.
Yeah, that's possible.
Okay, so tell me about the love for children.
Wow.
Because you have sexes and beautiful, I'm sure.
Yes. Yes, I have precious children, and I don't just love my children. I love every children. I just have this passion, this extra sensitivity in me. And I always say, I don't know, maybe that's why God gave me many. Because genuinely from my heart, mine or not mine, I love children. And I don't want to be around when something is wrong with a child. You will see me, my mother instinct, that motherly love will just set in. You just see me get up and react. I am not the kind of mother that I will see a kid trying to fall down and I'll sit down. No, stop. No, I will get up naturally without thinking about it. So my love for children is quite genuine, and I think that's why I have many of them. I don't know. Yes. No, done. It's not possible anymore. Yeah, I have my OLORI.PRODUCTIONS already.
Now, quickly before we go on the program, now what's the future looking like for OLORI.PRODUCTIONS?
The future is bright. The future, we're not stopping. We're continuing on. We're presently showing, just up there on Napata TV, and Riba is going out right now, and I'm also trying to, I'm working on something right now. We're just going. We're not stopping. There's no stopping.
Riba, Yalakara, all those are movies produced in the Yoruba language.
Yes.
Are they shot here in Nigeria?
They're all shot in Nigeria. All of them are shot in Nigeria.
You move around quite a lot. You shuttle between here and Canada.
Absolutely.
Before we go, how is COVID-19?
Yes, that's a major one. It's been rough 2020, but towards the end of the year, everything picks up again. I was actually in the middle of screening a series of movies, February, March, because we have a Black History Month in Canada around that time. So anytime the Black History Month comes yearly, I make sure I screen my, Nigerian movies, because that's how I want to introduce who we are to foreigners. So I was in the middle of screening when the COVID hit, and I had to shut down, unfortunately. But it was tough. But we counted our loss. It's picking up. It's picking up. There's a light on the other end of the tunnel. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I want to appreciate everybody for inviting me over. The producers, the backstage cameras, presenters.
The
Thank
pleasure
you.
is all
And DCOS,
The pleasure is all
the rock.
All right, we've had a wonderful session with OLORI.PRODUCTIONS, aka OLORI.PRODUCTIONS. I'm sure that you enjoyed every bit of the session. Mid-morning show continues after this break. You don't want to miss the entertainment gist, do you?